Damn, I need a better paying job, man. These people tripping. And they need to give me a raise or something. I need to get blessed and win the lottery or something so I don't have to worry about money anymore. These thoughts seem to be real common and actually happening a lot around approaching the idea of making more money. I'd like to talk about in this video the multiple things that actually lead to getting a better job, getting a higher paying job, and getting it faster than normal. Let's gonna start off with the nitty gritty, the foundation mindset. Do you actually think that you're not good at anything? Do you have any skills? I'm not sure. What would you say to me? What would you say to me if I asked you what your best skill was, what your most valuable skill was? Most people, especially coming from high school to college or from college to adulthood, don't actually know how to answer this question. It becomes a real problem when you're actually trying to approach the workforce. You don't actually understand how it works. And I get it. There's a very big field C out there. There's a lot of job opportunities. There's a lot of different opportunities that you can go in, and they're worded different ways, like tech hero or IT god or whatever. They're actually quite interesting. I'll let you in on the secrets that helped me when I was a 20-year-old go from making shit booty baka money to 6 figures. So let's get into it. So you want to really ask yourself, what are the good skills, the popular skills, the in-demand skills? What do you do that society values? And that's going to require you to do some research of your own. Go look up what are the top paying careers and everything. That does not mean you go into them because they're the highest paying, but the money definitely helps. Most people already do this when they're in high school or when they're actually trying to pick their degree, but it'd be good to actually figure out what jobs actually pay what and what those positions actually require. And then we're not going to approach this with some goopy fixed mindset. It's actually really important to have a growth mindset on this and to approve and approach actually being able to know that you can learn the skills or learn any of the in-between stuff to actually getting these future jobs. So my approach to actually getting these jobs, I didn't have any degrees. I didn't have a degree to actually go into the IT space, which is what I chose. I didn't have anything like that. So I chose the next best thing, certifications. And certifications were actually able to help me get a lot of experience in a sense where I was able to do projects and do a lot of things around the tech field to showcase and demonstrate that I actually know what the heck I'm doing inside of the IT space. Because I actually knew how to do IT related things. I just didn't have any job to tell me that I actually had any experience. And that's a lot of problems that you guys have. You guys feel, oh, I don't have the 4 years or 5 years or 20 deca years that a lot of these job descriptions actually ask for. You don't need those things. You just need to showcase that you're actually willing to learn, that you can work with a team, and that you can actually approach the problems that they're actually going to have you do. So that's something to think about. Hey, this is Editing Elo here. It's like literally while I was editing this video, I had a Mr. John, I'm probably going to redact his name here. I had a Mr. reach out to me, recruiter coming out here for a job opportunity, nice hours and whatnot, and we go and see the actual job. It seems to be an AI related job in terms of writing code and whatnot. They're asking for 3 years of experience. They're talking about preferred qualifications of a bachelor's and master's degree. I do not have these, and I promise you don't need them. So I went into actually applying to this job, and literally within a day, I actually got the email saying, hey, yeah, cool, got an interview. It's really that simple. It's really just having a LinkedIn profile to attract these people into your inboxes. And if you apply to them, as long as your resume is fire, as long as your resume is unique or showcases those projects, experiences, certifications, etc., then boom, you're getting interviewed. And then once you get to this point, you really just need to make sure that you work on your charisma, and that's a different story and that's a different topic. But you have to make sure you're actually super coolio in terms of being in front of somebody and talking about your strengths and selling yourself. So there are a lot of good resources out there. A lot of places, I can say, if you want to go into cybersecurity, they have CompTIA Plus and a litany of bunch of cybersecurity stuff to go into. If you wanted to go into biology, you can do courses or back-end stuff for researching or labs. It's really up to you and what specialty you actually want to go into. Coursera and EDX actually has a lot of good resources for learning new things and learning a lot of the stuff and getting that experience you need. Because it's very important, if you're in college or if you're in high school, do as many projects or do as many things as you can that actually relate to the real world. And that's kind of hard to say, especially because you don't know what you need yet. But let's say if you actually want to be a developer, for example, and work on code at Netflix and be a super mega millionaire, it'd be important for you to actually start building projects around the idea of what you think you're going to be doing. If you think you're going to be working with a bunch of data sets and making a bunch of AI mumbo jumbo, how about you actually start learning how to do that stuff and build projects so that you can show them when you're actually out. Now the next thing, this is very important,
Yes, you've dealt with certifications. Yes, you've dealt with fixing your mindset. Yes, you've dealt with figuring out which one of your skills are actually high value out of the ones that you have. Now we're getting on to the real good part. You're gonna have to learn the game. You're gonna have to learn how to actually get a job, how to actually write a resume. Now, when you think about a job, you need to think about this. Your resume is your ad. Your advertisement, your resume goes out there. Yes, you have the platforms like LinkedIn, Indeed, ZipRecruiter. You're gonna have these platforms and you're gonna be putting your ad out there. You're gonna apply to them and your resume is the thing that they see. And if people don't like your ad, if people don't like it, they're not gonna click on it, i.e. they're not gonna call you for an interview. They're not gonna bring you in. And so you need to actually understand and work on how to build a better resume. If I have to actually provide my template or something in the description, I will do that, but it's all about having a readable resume. And there's a lot of resources already on making resumes and things of that nature, so that's why I don't have a video on it. But there are a lot of things that go into consideration for building a resume and to making it really easy to read for their software, which they do have. There is an ATS software that reads your resume and puts it to the top of the pile if it meets certain criteria. You're gonna have to actually create a very good resume, make sure it's polished, make sure it's clean. That's very important because then you're gonna actually have a higher success rate in terms of calling you back. And if you think about it, if your resume is more polished than the rest and has better things on it, especially certifications and projects, you're going to be having a better time and getting a higher callback rate regardless over the competition. It does not matter if John and his 99 other cousins, because there's 100 applicants, are applying for the job. It matters if yours is actually rises above the rest. Now, how I approached this was I created one master resume. I created one big resume that had all of my experience, all of my projects, all of my certifications, all of the nice little metrics that I could possibly put on there. And from that resume, I used Google Docs to just put it all there and create it. I made copies of it and tailored them specifically to the job. Now, it makes it really easy to get a job and get a callback when you tailor a resume specifically to it. Now, what the heck does tailoring a resume mean? Well, I'm glad you asked. It means you have a job. Let's say you're going for, I'm in the IT space, so I'm using that. Let's say you're going for a software engineer job or you're going for an IT job. You take that software engineer job and you make every single job you put on that page, every single certification you put on that page, and every single, if you put a professional summary or anything of that nature on the page, those things need to be insinuating or pressuring that you are a software engineer, that you embody a software engineer, that you have experience as a software engineer. These things are critical in increasing your chances of actually getting it. And this really brings on to the other point, is curating a resume. Like, having one generalized resume, which I get, when you have zero experience, it becomes really hard. But you think you have no experience, but you really do. And you need to think and be creative about the things that you've done in your life to actually apply as experience. And if you don't have experience, go do some stuff. Stop sitting around watching Netflix and go make something. Anyways, once you have a more curated resume, have a resume specifically tailored to one job title or one job specific, it gets really easy. Instead of having to apply to 30 different jobs, you can then start applying to 3 to 4 and paying attention and really trying to put a lot more effort into the application, into the resume, and into the cover letter. Yes, you have to make a cover letter. It is very important. If you're gonna be competing with 200 other people, it'd be a good idea for you to make a cover letter. And these are all of the little components: certifications, changing your mindset, curating a resume, making sure that thing is polished and becoming findable. Because then you'll end up in situations like these where you'd have recruiters hitting you up, asking you for positions, saying, hey, you look really nice for this position, blah, 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 blah. You look like you would actually be good for this opportunity, and you'll have a bunch of Sandeeps actually reaching out to you to getting in the opportunities, even while you're still applying for other jobs. So it becomes, you have your resume and your profiles working for you while you're actually looking around. And I would never suggest to stop doing certifications or learning along the lines. If you can find certifications that go along with what you're doing, those are really nice. But honestly, projects are going to be more important than certifications. But if you're going to a new field, certifications matter. Yeah, because it's important to remember that there's gigantic companies that have headhunters, people whose entire job is to find people like you, find people that need to find a job, that have the skills necessary for the job, and it's just up to you on your behalf. Take some responsibility and make it easy for them to find you. They want to find you so bad. They get paid for doing it. So you might as well help them out and get you some money in the process. Now, depending on your industry, it's going to really vary the actual pay that you're going to get. In the tech area, if you can do something, biology, sales, whatever, within the area, then it would be really nice to actually find something around the tech space, because it's a lot easier to jump into those six-figure ranges. But realistically, if you're not going to be doing anything related to tech and it's going to be some other area, you're probably going to be sitting in the 60 or 70K range. You know, don't quote me on that. It really depends on the time that you're actually watching this video. But still, going from 20K to 50K is still a double of your income. That is very significant, and it can definitely change a lot of people's lives. And so going from 20 to 40, 20 to 70, 20 to 100,000 is insane. And I would really like to help you get there, but this is what I did. Just doing certifications, checking out and making sure your profile is really good, making sure you make some incentive for headhunters to actually click on your profiles and to put in the work, making projects, and make sure you're putting a lot more energy and stop being lazy on those damn applications. So these are my tips, these are my tricks. I really hope this helps you find a job, helps you navigate, helps maybe shed some light on some areas to actually improve your earning potential in the future. And I will see you next time.